Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with the easiest deck in Clash Royale that's about to get a big buff in the balance changes. Electro Wizard is going to get a 5% damage buff in the balance changes, allowing it to one-shot any spirit in the game. So it'll be a bit more cost-effective on offense, and dealing that extra damage on defense makes it way more reliable. And the best defensive building in the game, the cannon, is getting a major nerf in the balance changes, getting 6% less damage. So all of those cycle decks that are relying on cannon for their defensive damage are not going to get bailed out by the card anymore, and they're gonna have to think a lot more on defense. For whatever reason, Clash Royale hasn't nerfed the Rune Giant Inferno Dragon card combination, and this deck is now incorporated an Inferno Dragon as well, so you can use Mighty Miner and Inferno Dragon buffed up by the Rune Giant, and if the opponent has Electro Wizard or Electro Dragon, they're only gonna be able to target one of them if you split them up on both sides. So the other Inferno Dragon or Mighty Miner will get you oppressive value, hurting your opponent every single cycle. This Mega Knight Evolved Lumberjack deck is built off of counter pressure. So after your opponent all-ins into either a Mega Knight or a Lumberjack evolution and you counter push with a Rune Giant, it's going to cost them a lot more elixir to defend than they would have. And if they'd spammed into you, they're going to be down elixir and they'll just die. As a top 1000 player myself, I seriously struggle to match into this and win. So if you're playing into someone worse than that, they're not going to be able to defend at all. The rank 40 player in the world is jumping around the arena with this Mega Knight deck. It's time to assert dominance with a no-skill strategy that deserved to get nerfed, but instead got buffed. And lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG to make the higher print videos possible. All right, so first game of the day, we're matching into a rank 365 player in the world. You guys know exactly how it goes. Sometimes we play into some of the best players right out of the start of the day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You guys know how it would be. We match into a challenge and we rise to the occasion. The guy's gonna have Archer Queen, and we also see Skeleton, so it's gonna be probably a fast cycle deck with Royal Hogs, which will get a pretty big nerf in the balance changes, because Cannon is gonna get a nerf, and people that are running cycle decks that depend on Cannon for distractions will not be near as efficient. Also, this deck is gonna have Log, so his deck is gonna get nerfed from 2 avenues. Specifically, I would say the biggest nerf to him is going to be the Log cycle. Also, the Mighty Miner did 1 million damage to the tower, so a top 300 player just took 1 million damage from a 1 HP Mighty Miner. Insane. We're gonna go for a Lumberjack here to get the evolution, and we'll see how we can cook, I guess, with that. Especially with the Rage going down, I think that the Lumberjack might be able to do something, but doesn't put out what we needed to. Still, with Dagger Duchess, this deck is enabled on defense where you can defend against like log bait cards, kind of just ignoring things, and anything that's like 3 elixir or less just gets deleted by Dagger Duchess with no worries at all. We can't cycle our Mega Knight because you probably have like Royal Hogs whenever he gets a chance, so yeah. Unless I saw Hog Rider, I'm just forgetting it. I don't know. I might have saw Hog Rider, just forgot it. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it was Hog Rider. Yeah, I don't know why this guy is running the Hog Rider version, but anyway. Should be able to defend this with the Mighty Miner on the Lumberjack evolution, so that's not going to be that big of a worry, as long as we're able to, you know, make something happen here on offense with the Rune Giant. So we're in a Rune Giant with the Inferno Dragon. We definitely have more firepower than this guy, so despite him doing that, I think he's kind of cooked. There's a chance he's able to defend this, but we have an Inferno Dragon on the 3 crown, and his Archer Queen will definitely die, whereas we have the Inferno Dragon, like, raged up with the buff from the freaking Rune Giant, so there's no shot. Yeah, I mean, we had 600 HP left on our tower, so we had still some more wiggle room that we could have eaten some Archer Queen hits. But the Inferno Dragon on the tower with a raged up Lumberjack, no one's stopping that. So really cool. First game of the day, we wreck a top ladder player. Taking a look at that guy's profile, 363 in the world is his best finish at 3,000 medals. And beating someone of that caliber with a cheesy strategy is a good way to start the day. You guys know how it be. We pushed up to 8,800 in the world. Took me a little bit of time. I was like going back and forth. But that's our rank for the day, and we'll see how high we can push up. All right, we're matching into another top 500 player. Let's go. Everyone we play against is going to be talented at Clash, and we're ready to bash them with our Mega Knight. Oh, Princess. Well, that's going to get nerfed. It's not going to be able to get that first hit on my tower near as fast as it did there. Unfortunately for us, we jump right into another Mega Knight player. But we do have Lumberjack. I think the Rage will spill on our Mega Knight, so we might be able to kill his. I know we're definitely going to kill the bats, but no, our Mega Knight does not get juiced up by the Rage. Unfortunate. Unlucky. Wonder if the Mega Knight dies. I think it does since we have Dagger Duchess. That's another big benefit of running Dagger Duchess. The firing speed is so fast that it will delete most things that a Princess Tower simply wouldn't be able to. So now we've identified that he is going to be playing a Mega Knight deck. It's not something that you see too often. I can Electro Wizard here, and then probably take no damage. That's a 4 elixir investment for us, but if I arrowed, it would be, you know, one less elixir and I wouldn't get counter push. So I kind of like using the Electro Wizard, especially if we're able to stun the Prince, a bit of a better benefit. No! Oh, that's diabolical, my dude. All right, we're gonna pop ability here. The Prince might actually just hurt me a lot. I don't think we can do anything about it. It's fine-ish, maybe? I wish I just didn't go in for the Mighty Miner at the bridge and spend that amount of elixir, because we would have been able to put in some serious work if I just raged on that. So sometimes opponents run cards that you're not ready for. Like, I didn't expect someone to be running a Prince, Mega Knight, Skeleton Army deck. That's just weird. So I should have been hovering, I guess, the rage until we identified what my opponent's deck was. Anyway, you know, that's a life lesson. You figure it out as you go. Now I know that top ladder players sometimes are mid ladder players. It's kind of weird. They do be that way sometimes. We're gonna arrows on top of some of the bats so we can keep our Mega Knight a bit healthier. And then we're gonna get ready with a rage if he goes Skeleton Army. I don't know if he will. Okay, he does. That's great. Gonna rage. Mega Knight jumps tower now immediately, and we get a lot more damage. That is so much value with the Mega Knight jumping on the tower. Love seeing that. Another hit? Yes, sir. Okay, so I'm probably gonna get away with a Rune Giant and then Inferno Dragon and then just build up a big push again. We took a ton of damage with that Dark Goblin, but I didn't want to stop my push from building up. And if I defended the Dark Goblin, I would have spent a lot more elixir earlier than I would have wanted to. All right, so this should get into range, which I kind of like. I'm going to arrows here to kill the bats. Go Mighty Miner on their side will rage. Fine. Kind of like this still. I think we go in for another Rune Giant and then Inferno Dragon again. It's going to be hard for him to keep his counters alive. Can't really cancel us out here. Woo, okay. Do we rage? A Skeleton Army? All right, let's just do this. Rage on the Dagger Duchess instead. We clean that up. Does the Lumberjack cook him? There's actually a chance that this Lumberjack just takes him out. Oh, we blocked it. What is this game? What is this game? This doesn't make sense anymore. We got him. And he's so pissed off too. Gave us the thumbs down emote. Hey, if you're relying on a skillless Mega Knight cycle deck with Skeleton Army and Princessing at the bridge, even if you're a top 500 player, you know, I don't feel bad taking the W from you. You're pretty good at the game, but the deck that you were running was super toxic. And you also had a 3,000 medal finish at top 569 in the world. Yeah, we won a game earlier that a guy just gave us a free win in between. And now we're all the way up to 6,600 in the world with 3 dubs in a row. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next one and continue the climb. Mr. Joker. Hopefully this guy is going to have a joke of a deck for us to destroy. I am hoping that he has a horrendous strategy here. Because the last 2 people we played against were really good at the game. Just give me someone easy, please. Okay, so I Electro Wizarded, not necessarily thinking that Dagger Duchess was going to clean up the Fire Spirit, and lo and behold, it cleaned up the Fire Spirit. So I wasted a bit of elixir there. It's totally fine, though. We can Lumberjack, and then we can Mega Knight on the other side. So with the Dagger Duchess, we're going to be totally fine here, and I like cycling the Lumberjack early because obviously we're going to be able to Mega Knight to clean up one side as a big bailout. Lumberjack dying near the tower would be nice because it would be able to, you know, rage up the Duchess, but doesn't look like that's what happened there. Still totally fine. We are able to go and use our Mighty Miner with this, or we could go in for a Rune Giant. I am partial to Rune Gianting instead, just because it's a little bit more toxic, a little bit more fun. So that's what is going to be done. I'm going to Inferno Dragon as well, so then we can ramp up our stuff, and then I'm definitely going to go Rage. The guy played pretty well, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, like that Goblin Gang later on was very smart. Most people don't do that. A lot of people that are a bit more brainless will, you know, cycle the Goblin Gang and then watch the Mega Knight just destroy everything. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we're going to Electro Wizard to stun and stop that. And we're definitely not going to be able to kill this Musketeer effectively, are we? That Muskie is going to hurt a lot. If I Lumberjack, I am able to kill it. And then I have the Lumberjack counter pushing, and I'm going to push it off so it doesn't damage down the tower. But I don't even know if that tower is worth saving, to be honest. Wait, dude is going to go and try to save a tower that's at 1,200 too. So I think we're both kind of overspending a little bit. I don't know. Because the Mighty Miner cleans this up, then we're going to be up elixir, and then this is going to be hard for him to defend. I think. Probably. More likely than not. Pop ability. Kills a Dark Goblin. Alright, that was a little bit easier for him because he did Dark Goblin early. That makes sense because if he waited on the Dark Goblin, we would have been able to go and use the Rune Giant and Inferno Dragon and then arrows the Dark Goblin later, and I think he would have lost. He played that super well. Smart player. We're Inferno Dragon because we don't really know what he's going to do. Okay. He's going to defend the left side. I think we can let the right side go. It's just going to be too hard for this to stop. And we can go Rune Giant in front of this. He has like no elixir, so he might get 3 crown by this. Hopefully. At least that's what we're hoping for. I just don't know. I don't know. We will see, though. All right, I'm going to arrows, because it does hit the Dark Goblin as well. And if the Inferno Dragon locks tower, I think he just gets cooked. And it does. Game's over. There's no way he stops that. There's just nothing in his deck. What a joke of a card, man. We were down at 239 HP, but I had full confidence we would 3-crown if the Inferno Dragon locked. And lo and behold, it did. We brought our opponent to an all-time low, dealing a finishing blow without the Inferno Dragon even getting touched. It completely torched our opponent, giving us the 3-crown. Bro's got Hog Rider in the banner, and he's a part of a very talented clan. Whenever I push up the top 1,000 or 2,000 in the world, I'm consistently playing against people from this clan. So I have a plan of just cycling Rage here and formidably kind of countering whatever he does, and then responding to it in that way. We take no damage with this Electro Wizard, and then, you know, we're overspending +1 elixir for him, but it's not that bad because Electro Wizard is going to force out a bunch of elixir as well. I can probably arrows on this, just to be able to kill the Hog Rider and the bats, preserve the Mighty Miner's health for as long as possible, and then likely get skeletoned by our opponent. I think he's going to skeletons in the middle or something like along those lines. Barbs! Ooh, that's way more scary. Good pop ability, but I don't think it's worth because we're going to kill the barbarians anyway with our Dagger Duchess. So overspending elixir is just kind of foolish. So we go right into the other barbs. So I'd much rather like spend the elixir on offense here with like a Lumberjack, potentially go in for a Rune Giant and an Inferno Dragon. I just like doing these types of plays when my opponent's best answer, the barbs are out of cycle. So we'll see how this goes. I think this is going to go really well though. Oh my gosh, the Rage is going to be able to kill the goblins and the bats too. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. How is he defending this? I don't think he does. The Inferno Dragon probably locks. Yet again, Inferno Dragon win con, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Genuinely one of the most toxic things in the game. He doesn't have elixir for the barbs. He just fireballed that 0 elixir, so... Is he cooked? Probably. We're to arrows, so then we don't pop ability. We can just, like, let the Mighty Miner do its thing. So worth. If I arrowed faster, we would have taken the entire tower. I was a little bit slow. My mobile gaming athlete reflexes were a little bit late. It's fine, guys. You know, it's 12:43 a.m. right now, so it's, like, past midnight. Kind of dozing out, we're ready to go to bed, and we're trying to get as far ahead as we can, but also at the same time, we're not gonna, you know, get jittery out here. We're not gonna get high on caffeine just to make the best possible plays. I'm just gonna enjoy myself. That's how Clash Royale should be. You shouldn't be too pressed if you make slight misplays or blunders, especially if you're playing a broken deck like ours. Like, I can get away with a lot more than most people. My deck is so strong. All right, we're gonna pop ability here so then we can kill the bats, I hope. Okay, really didn't kill the bats. Kind of confused on what's happening here. Bats should die, and we still have an answer to the Hog Rider as well, so not too pressed. The cool thing that we have is the ability to Mega Knight there, so then I don't think he's going to be able to freeze everything. Like, he has to pick what he wants to freeze, and obviously he chose to freeze the tower instead of the Mega Knight. So I can go Rune Giant left. I think he has to go barbs on this. I don't think that's enough. I think he's got to go barbs. The Mega Knight's going to jump, and if he doesn't go in for... Oh my gosh. I was going to say, if he doesn't go in for an extravagant defense here, he's going to get cooked on the 3-crown, so let's rage it up. Do we 3-crown yet another player? Like, I'm not even trying to 3-crown this game. I was just trying to take the other tower, but you just want to give it to me. I'll take it, man. Who am I to say no? Letting me splash and moon on your tower. We're soaring to the moon with our Mega Knight value. That thing is ridiculous stonks. The Mega Knight literally did it all, obliterating the Hog Rider and then paraded towards the 3-crown, conquering all of our opponent's crowns. Let's lock in for the last one of the day. This guy's got a lot of 20 wins in the banner, and his clan is pro extinction. Well, sir, if you call me a pro player and you want to extinct me, I don't really like that. I was pro, you know, I won $5,000 playing this mobile game. Yeah, I did the dumbest stuff ever. Imagine playing a mobile game as a job. You know, it's kind of fun. It's a meme that I'll never forget, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to be extinct, my guy. I don't want to be called that. So I would like to go in for the Inferno Dragon to hopefully kill all this stuff. I'm definitely going to go rage up the Inferno Dragon so then we're able to clean things up a bit quicker. And then I'm going to go Mega Knight on defense because we get to the evolution faster as well. I don't think the Inferno Dragon is going to take out the tower or anything, but it will do some sizzle damage. I'm going to go in for Lumberjack as well with the Mega Knight because you want the evolutions to line up. They both are 1-cycle evolutions. So, yeah, pretty strong stuff. Not going to lie. Not going to fib. We like it. There's Lumberjack 2. You know, I'm kind of tripping right now. I think it's 1. I might be wrong. I don't remember. I feel slightly silly. I'm going to go Mighty Miner here. And then I'm going to also Rune Giant with it as well. I kind of like this. If we Rune Giant, we want to drop it the last second so it doesn't get hit by the cannon that too often, please. I got 2 shots. That was a miss. That doesn't pull. That Rune Giant is going straight towards the tower, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly sir? You silly sir. Well, if we seize the opportunity and blast you with the bomb and then the Mighty Miner locks onto the tower and the Inferno Dragon's on the tower and the Mighty Miner are both on the tower, that's clean. If that went on the 3-crown and 3-crown him, I would have died laughing. While our opponent dies, you know? That's what's up. So yeah, Lumberjack is one cycle. It's kind of funny. I don't understand that. Like, it's untargetable. It's so strong, and it does at least like 2 to 3 elixir of value every time when it dies. You just want to be spamming it as much as you can. It's just unfair. So I have to get it in my brain that sometimes Clash Royale doesn't balance their cards correctly. So you got to take advantage of it if you can. And that's why Mega Knight and Lumberjack Evolution are in this deck. They're just so strong that even though they're not win conditions, they're kind of win conditioned from the fact that they can just break through things. They can defend and attack at the same time. Well, I said defend in the weirdest way ever, but yeah, you guys know what I meant, right? Like, it's a defensive card that can clean up whatever your opponent's got, and then I can do that. And I'm not even trying. Like, I have not tried at all today. I just want to use this deck because I was playing Pokemon Splendor with my friends and just vibing and having a great time playing card games tonight. Like, you know what? What's the easiest deck that I could possibly play to climb up, win all my games in a row, and make pro players that I'm playing against on ladder rage quit? This is the one. So if you guys want to have fun and not necessarily really be good at the game and climb up on ladder, this would definitely be the deck to play. This guy's obviously irritated, as you guys can see exemplified by the moats at the end. And yeah, really, no one stood a chance. This Mega Knight deck turns the arena into your own personal playground where you jump around and have all the fun while your opponent has none. Mega Knight, jump on the like button, subscribe for more content, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.